Hello and welcome to another Time to Reply Academy video. In this video, we are going to be looking at how to run an SLA report. I think this is one of the most valuable reports in the system, so let's dive in. In your account, simply navigate to Reports and choose SLA Report. Now, the SLA report looks similar to the PDF report, but the big difference is that this report allows you to set response time goals or thresholds. And this report tracks not only what your average reply times are compared to your goal, but it also tracks how many emails were replied to within your goal and how many breached that goal. And that's what we're going to look at today. So to run the report, you would say, you choose your date range. So let's just open up the date range a little bit. You then say, show the report for, and my company would be all the mailboxes that you've linked to Time to Reply. Or you could choose a team that you've created on Time to Reply. You could choose a specific mailbox that you've added to Time to Reply. So I will say, show the report for my company. When communicating with could either be anybody, that's both internal and external communication. I could choose everybody else, which is all external communication. Or I could choose a specific contact group that I've already created. We cover how to create contact groups in a different video. If you haven't watched it, I recommend you watch it. So I'm going to choose a contact group that has already been set up. Now, if I scroll down, I can see that the next thing that I need to do is set my response time goals. So we've got 3 different response times: overall response time, first response time, and time to close. So I'll just take you through these very briefly. The first response time goal, that is how long you take to reply to the first email in a new conversation. So I start a new thread and I email into your company and you take 30 minutes to reply. That would be the first response time. So you'd like to set a goal here to say, okay, let's set a first response time goal of 1 hour. So anyone who emails us, our first response time goal is an hour. On the overall response time, that looks at the first response, the second reply, the third reply, the 10th reply, any reply. In general, what do you want that goal to be, regardless of whether it's the first or the third or the 10th? So we'll say, okay, I want our overall response time goal to be 3 hours. If anyone emails us, let's get back to them in 3 hours. The last one is our time to close goal. And that's basically the time between when an email first gets originated, so a customer starts a new email thread, to when your agents mark it as complete or handled. And we track the total time that has passed from when that email first arrived to when it has been marked as closed. And I will show you shortly how you can mark an email as closed. We do cover it in a different video. So if we move down the report, you can then see, based on your goals, 3 hours and 1 hour, I'll focus on these two at the moment. Our first reply time is failing. There's our goal of 1 hour, and we are taking 2 hours and 38 minutes. For overall, there's our goal there of 3 hours, and we are taking 2 hours and 15 minutes on average to reply, so we are passing. I'm going to just remove a few of these, and we can drag them around. But what I really want to focus on now is this mailbox leaderboard. So the first thing you can do here is typically I toggle the comparisons off. I click on that plus sign to open up these columns. And I'm going to focus on overall reply time and look at how we are performing from a service level agreement point of view. So these are the columns that I tick on. We can disable these for now. Let's have a look at this table. So what you can see from this table is how many email threads or conversations each mailbox is dealing with. How many of those are awaiting a response from the contact? So the ball is in the contact's court. How many are awaiting a response from your agent or the mailbox on Time to Reply? How many have been marked as closed? How many have been marked as closed? The total emails received, the total emails that have been sent. Of those that have been sent, how many of those sent emails were replies? because not all sent emails are replies. And then of those that have been replied to, what is the average response time? How many were responded to within SLA and how many breached the SLA? So we're in a test environment. So I'm just going to open this up so we've got some more data. And then if we look now, you can see there's more data. You can see that this top person has sent 123 replies, of which 105 were within SLA and 17 had breached the SLA. If I click on the 17, I can actually see how many of these took longer than the 3 hours. And then I can start to understand, okay, why do we take 34 business hours to respond to this particular email for that particular customer? And so I can start to analyze and improve my team's performance. All of these stats are clickable. So if I want to see, okay, what has been marked as handled or closed, I can click on the 19, and then I can see all of these have been marked as closed. Now you can download this report, or you can save this report to load it up at a later stage, or you can save it as a scheduled report, which we cover in a separate video. Thank you. If there are any questions, please feel free to reach out to us via live chat, and we'll help you set up this report for your company. Thank you very much for your time.